Here's a quote from page 34. Quote, "One thing that has not really changed is that CS is taught as a discipline with data structures, algorithms, and programming at its core. I'm going to be amazed if in 30 years or even 10 years, we are still approaching CS in this way. Indeed, I think CS as a field is in for a pretty major upheaval few of us are really prepared for. Programming will be obsolete." End quote. So the author goes on to discuss how they think that rather than having to write programs, you're going to train AI to write programs for you. And in the show notes, I linked to a couple of videos. One of them is like a 3-minute video, and the other is like an hour-long lecture that kind of unpacks some of these ideas more. So make sure you check out the show notes at jaredoleary.com. In those videos, the author talks about how it is very expensive to have a lot of programmers on your staff. What they're theorizing is that sometime down the road, who knows when, maybe a year from now, maybe 20 years from now, we might have one person who is going to collaborate with an AI and do the combined work of what might have taken several programmers. So if that is the case, then what does that mean for computer science education? So here's a quote from page 35. Quote, "I am talking about replacing the entire concept of writing programs with training models. In the future, CS students are not going to need to learn such mundane skills as how to add a node to a binary tree or code in C++. That kind of education will be antiquated, like teaching engineering students how to use a slide rule. The engineers of the future will, in a few keystrokes, fire up an instance of a 4 quintillion parameter model that already encodes the full extent of human knowledge, and then some, ready to be given any task required of the machine." End quote. A little bit further down on the same page, quote, "In this new computer science, if we even call it computer science at all, the machines will be so powerful and already know how to do so many things that the field will look like less of an engineering endeavor and more of an educational one. That is, how to best educate the machine, not unlike the science of how to best educate children in school." End quote.